guys, how's it going? This is going to be my stay in the industry for the first month of 2017, January. So yeah, kind of out of practice here, so I don't really know what to say. But it's been a pretty good month in terms of picking things up. I think I've got 16, 17 different items to show you, mixture of anime and manga. Just generally been kind of catching up with the series I already own, so really and truly in terms of manga, there's only one series here. That's actually something I'm beginning from volume 1. I guess I'll show you the anime first, as I've only picked up three series or three kind of individual titles for this month. So carrying on with the theme from last month, I'm continuing my Ghibli collection. So here we've got The Tale of Princess Kaguya. I'd never seen this before and I just watched it the other day for the first time. Honestly, I wasn't very impressed. I thought it was very boring. I know it's based on an old Japanese folktale, but I didn't feel that the story had anything to offer. I wasn't emotionally invested in the characters, and I just genuinely thought it was a really boring movie. The animation was fantastic, and I'll always, give credit where credit is due. Isao Takahata, I do still believe, is a very fantastic director, but this was a very weak title for me. The cover's just kind of the same, but still, I don't regret purchasing it, as it goes towards my Ghibli collection, which is still cool. Still love Ghibli. The second Ghibli movie I picked up was Princess Mononoke. Everybody knows Princess Mononoke. Fantastic movie. I rewatched this as well. Watching this was actually the first time I've ever seen it on Blu-ray, so it was really nice to see. And as well, because I've become familiar with Joe Hisaishi, who is the composer who works on a lot of Ghibli titles. Listening to the songs that I've heard, or the orchestra, the original soundtrack, hearing that before and rewatching this again and hearing the same songs, it just made it a much more enjoyable experience from when I watched it the first time around. Okay, so the next anime title, this is actually a series, a very out of print series originally released by Bees Entertainment over here in the UK, and that's the Tatami Galaxy, this digibook, this digipack that I found. There's been a new store that's opened up close to where I live that sells like games and anime. It's kind of like a new competitor to CEX. I think it's only exclusively in the city where I live, but they've just got a new, they're getting a load of anime titles in used titles, and there's some out of print gems there as well. I've seen the Code Geass R2 digipack like this, but I already own all of Code Geass, so I didn't decide to pick them up. But I'd heard and I'd seen a review of this series from Douchebag Chocolate a few years ago. I believe it was him, and I thought it was something I would really enjoy. I'm pretty happy to own this, though the discs, I must admit, when I checked them out, they are a bit scratched. So hopefully for the best it does work out, and I don't get any problems when watching it. Okay, so now onto the manga. Something I've caught up with and completed, the series I've got now completed, is A Silent Voice. So here we have volume 4, which was the next volume I needed. I'd read the first 3 all in one go and I absolutely loved it. The artwork. The artwork's okay, it's nothing special, but the story is fantastic. I do feel that the second the second half of the story was weaker than the first half. So I think it did peak for me at around volume 3. I think that's where it kind of was at its best, and then it kind of just kind of went downhill a little bit from there for me. I think I was hoping for like a lovey-dovey kind of nicely tied up in a bow sort of ending, and because I didn't get that, and the ending was much more realistic and true to how it probably would have played out in real life, I think it just kind of disorientated me a little bit, because it was told so realistically. I hadn't comprehended that it would have possibly ended on a more somber note. Not necessarily somber, just it was anticlimactic. But I guess then life is, or can be, anticlimactic. There's volume 6, penultimate volume. It was a fantastic series though, and I do still highly rate it. Did it actually win an Eisner Award? No, it was an Eisner Award nominee, but still prestigious, to be even nominated for the Eisner Award, I guess. Anyway, yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed the series. Whether it's one of my favourites of all time, I do doubt that. It's the final volume. I won't show you any pictures from in here because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, overall, you know, enjoyable series. I don't regret picking it up. It is fantastic. It was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, most certainly. Next, another series I'm catching up with, not complete yet, but however I am getting closer, and that's Knights of Sidonia by Tsutomu Nihei. I'm really wanting to get his Blame Master Editions. They are absolutely beautiful. I've been wanting to get those for a while, even before they were released, even when I just heard about his announcing that they were going to be releasing the Master Editions that were originally released in Japan. I was absolutely, I was so excited because I'd seen the Japanese Master Editions before on Bakumatsu's channel a few years back, and they looked absolutely amazing. See, it's still got the price sticker on there, but yeah, Knights of Sidonia, I haven't even started reading it, but because it's Tsutomu Nihei and I really enjoyed by Omega, you know, I'm going into this blind and I really don't mind. Let's have a look at some of the artwork. Yeah, I haven't even flicked through these volumes myself, so you're getting an exclusive here. I don't know if any of these pictures are spoilers, but there's just a general feel for that artwork. A lot tamer from the looks of it than his work in Biomega. But I guess this is because this is more serialized than that was, maybe. I think there's more of a story to this, you know, more cohesive story. At least that's what I'm led to believe from other people's opinions, at least. Obviously I haven't read this myself. But yeah, I got volumes 6, 7 and 8. I believe it's a 15 volume long series, so just roughly about halfway through, just a little bit past halfway through on collecting that. But I'd heard it had been going out of print, so I want to at least pick up 3 volumes a month from here on out. Another thing I've picked back up again after a few years, Attack on Titan. So here we have volume 14. It's getting very interesting. I'm not sure I like the direction that it's going in though. As these 3 volumes, this volume was really good. I really like this volume. But it's focusing more on the interior struggles rather than the exterior struggles in terms of, you know, where they are in the world. You know, they're focusing, you know, inside of the walls rather than outside at this particular point in the story. So I'm hoping it kind of brushes past this pretty fast, because I do want to get back to the whole, you know, exploring the outside world aspect of the series. I don't want it to dwell on this part of the story for too long. Obviously without spoiling anything. I mean, I do feel it is necessary, you know, just in order to build the world. You know, it definitely is necessary, but I don't think it needs to take, you know, this many volumes in order to do that. I would really like, you know, to focus on, you know, the Titans being like kind of the main enemy, and it has taken a really strange direction, for me at least anyway, and I'm not sure where certain characters are going. But you know, time will tell. I think it's like 20 volumes that are released now, so I've got a few more volumes to kind of, you know, see if I still really enjoy the series, as you know, as I have been at least. Because I'd obviously read volumes 1 to 13 a few years ago when I was collecting it more, you know, as and when the volumes came out. But I kind of just, you know, dropped it, you know, put it on hiatus, I guess. And I just recently picked it up again from volume 1. And you know, try to just kind of rediscover my love for it. And yeah, I'm enjoying it overall. Another volume, this is a volume for a series I've caught up on now, and that is Yotsuba, volume 13. This is the newest volume out. I absolutely love Yotsuba. It's an absolutely fantastic series. Yeah, really sad to know that, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get a volume 14. But yeah, again, just the daily antics of Yotsuba. Get a little bit more exposition into her dad, I believe, in this volume, and we get to meet Yotsuba's grandma. Yeah, so there's a little bit more exposition into like the family dynamics in this volume, which is something that's, you know, few and far between in regards to the story, because you don't really get to know anything about, like, you know, Yotsuba's backstory or anything like that. It really is just focused on her and just the daily activities. Doesn't dwell on like anything in the past or anything like that. No backstories or you know, inner dialogue or anything like that. It's just a really simple, straight to the point series, and that's what I love about Yotsuba. It's simplicity. Okay, so I've got 3 more things to show you. Another thing I'm trying to slowly catch up on, got volume 2 of Master Keaton. I'm not in a rush to get this, as I do want to get the Monster Perfect Editions. I only have one of those, so I'm probably going to be buying these and the Monster Editions, you know, kind of at the same time, you know, as and when I feel like picking up a volume. I haven't even started it yet. Like I said, I'm not really in a rush. You know, they are released by Viz. I do have confidence that they will be in print for a while, but you know, it is now Kurosawa. I have to own this, and I know I will enjoy it. I've got full confidence that it's not going to be a series that's going to disappoint me. I've got some nice colour pages there. I believe this is something that was published before Monster, however. I don't know what, you know, where this, you know, thought maybe it's like early 90s or something like that, or mid 90s, I'm not too sure. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is a hardcover volume, an old Tokyo Pop release. No, it's not Battle Royale Volume 5. I wish it was. I wish I could say that I finally, you know, found that, but no. I got Doll. I'd never even heard of this. It just came up in my recommended list on Amazon, and it said hardcover, so I was like, oh cool, I'll pick that up. You know, I'm just looking for getting hardcovers and, you know, nice quality releases. This came in more or less brand new condition, taking into account that this volume itself was actually printed in 2004. It's in fantastic condition. It's got a nice dust jacket. Very, very, very high quality release. Tokyo Pop really did, you know, go out and out with this. I believe this is a Josei title, but it's also got elements of sci-fi as well, from what I'm led to believe. And it's kind of got like a Chobits-esque kind of story kind of going to it. I haven't read it yet, just this is what I'm gathering just from the blurb on the inlay of the dust jacket. But yeah, I am excited to read this. I don't know how many volumes it is. I don't know if any of the other volumes were even printed. I'm guessing that they were, given that this was released in 2004 and Tokyo Pop didn't kind of go bust until, like, you know, maybe like 2010-ish, if my memory serves me right. But yeah, Doll by, I don't know the name of the artist, by Mitsukazu Mihara. Yeah, I'm guessing that sounds like a woman's name. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Josei title. You can kind of tell by the artwork as well. I kind of got like a clamp kind of vibe from it. I'm looking at the artwork, but yeah, I'm excited about it, and I'm glad to own another rare, you know, unheard of title in my collection. Kind of that feeling of exclusivity. Yeah, I kind of like that. Finally, one more volume of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin. I've been slacking on this series. I'm actually going to be rereading this next, because I haven't read anything since when I attempted the manga marathon, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do this year, as I simply cannot find the time. I did start doing the manga marathon, but yeah, I failed like halfway through. I got a few hours in, and I had things that, you know, just came up during the day, so it was very inconvenient. I haven't found any time to do it, so sorry Immortalium. You know, hopefully I'll make up to you somehow, but you know, you do understand, so I'm glad. Anyway, Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin, Volume 11. This is, what's the name of this one? A Cosmic Glow. I don't know what's going on with this in terms of the story. The last kind of Mobile Suit Gundam that I read was just like towards the end of the Shara and Sailor backstory, which is like Volume 6, Volume 7 of these hardcovers. So I do have a lot of catching up to do, but given that it's been such a long time since I've been reading this, I don't want to open it for spoilers. But yeah, since it's been a long time since I've been regularly reading this, I've kind of forgotten, like, you know, kind of certain elements of the story. So I am going to just start from Volume 1 again and just marathon through it over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's been my to stay in the industry for January 2017. I've been seeing a few other videos of you know, other people's pickups. I know I've, you know, kind of stopped doing reviews and everything like that. I might get back into that. You know, everything on my channel right now is kind of uncertain, but I don't think I'm going to just completely give up my channel. You know, I still really enjoy YouTube, but I've just been really busy, guys. You know, I work full time. I've got, you know, a life outside of YouTube. You know, commitments. You know, my social life, everything like that. I can't just neglect. But you know, you won't see the last of me. That sounds like a threat. Anyway, I'm just completely waffling. So I'll catch you guys